What's up, y'all? It's your man, Stephen Bardo, coming at you with another edition of Bardo's Breakdown. Halftime of Villanova, Texas Tech, 36-23. Villanova looking really good right now. Texas Tech really struggling to get their offense going. Even Jalen Brunson really hasn't been a huge factor at this point, but Villanova's they just have so much depth that's really hard to contain them all. Coach Gene Cross was good. Kevin Winters, Jim Dykes, Kevin McDuffie. Yes, Villanova's defense is stout. Roger Love, what's up, Roger? The defense of Villanova is they get a lot of credit for their offensive skills. Anastasia Walker, thanks for joining. But Villanova's really tough defensively. The other day I was telling you that you know when you play a Villanova team because your legs, your arms are scratched up. So when you go to the post-game shower, your skin is stinging because they scrape, they scrap, they scratch, they pull, they do anything they can defensively because they're undersized and they like to get up under their opponent. Craig Bardo, what's good? So you're looking at a Texas Tech team that when you play a team like that, you know, Texas Tech is used to playing physical teams, very talented teams, but it's weird when you're playing an undersized opponent and they're quicker and they're just as strong. It kind of throws you off a little bit. Christy Brown, good to see you on here. So it's going to be interesting to see Tony Pulverenti. I think this is your first time, Tony. If so, thanks a lot for joining. Going to be interesting to see if Texas Tech can rebound and come back and have a much better showing in the second half offensively, because Villanova is making them look very uncomfortable. Larry Meister was good. And here's the scary part, guys. That was the lowest point total in the half for Texas Tech all season. And I believe Jalen Brunson has 1 or 2 field goals. That's it. Their leading scorer has 1 or 2 field goals. But Villanova rolling still, even with Omari Spellman in foul trouble with 2 fouls in the first half. So it's going to be an uphill battle. Avery Henry, what's good, Avery? Bobby Tolley, Jeff Jarvis, what's happening, fellas? Bobby Tolley, C-Dale, what's happening? Good to see you on here. Michael Page, Illini fam checking in. Good to see you, Michael. So it looks like Villanova's in good control of this one. I really liked – I didn't see Keenan Evans really get off like I thought he would, the outstanding point guard from Texas Tech. Villanova's defense has a lot to do with that. But he is a second-half performer. He gets two-thirds of his points come in the second half. Craig, that's a great observation. Jalen Brunson has got that Mark Jackson old-school game. I dig it. I agree. Daryl Lyons, Rico Moat. Good call on that, Craig, because it's interesting that Jalen Brunson can post up players that are bigger than him. He's got an outstanding post game, and that is something that Mark Jackson used to do. Great observation on that, Craig Anthony. Mel Hewlett says Tech has a huge mental deficit to overcome. Can you expound on that? Because you got kind of cut off there, Mel. I can't see the rest. I'm really interested in hearing that. Mel Hewlett, Carbondale great, has been in Texas for quite a while, so I'm sure he's got some unique input on the Red Raiders. I thought they would come out a little bit better offensively. Smith started quickly, but if you remember, guys, Texas Tech had 15 points. They went through a 4-minute, 30-second drought, and they only scored, they went from 15 to 23. That's 8 points in the last 12 minutes of the first half. So it's going to be tough to beat Villanova if you cannot score better than that. What's going on, Helen Bartle Levins? Love you. Shades of Sam Cassell, says Rico Moai. Now, that's interesting. He ain't as ugly as Sam Cassell. I tell you that, man. That brother is ugly. He's cool as a fan. I know him. But, man, he's Craig Mack-like ugly. On the scale of ugliness, it's like they like neck and neck, if y'all know what I'm talking about. First 2 minutes of the second half will dictate the rest of the game. Jim Dykes, you're right. I always say the first 5 minutes of the second half is the most important juncture of the game. Jay Lehman, my Big Ten Network colleague on the football side, Illini great. motivational speaker, takes care of his body. Hey, man, Jay, that recommendation on that collagen, man, that was spot on. I know I haven't talked to you since then, but thanks a lot for that that heads up. Plus that other thing, the chondroitin. That's really been helping my knees, man. So thank you for that. Jay Lehman knows this stuff, y'all. Good to see you on here. Brunson can score and pass out of the post, and he does both. He does both very well. And Craig, you know this. When you're playing against a left-hand opponent, all you need is a split second of indecision. And when you're not used to playing, you're used to playing right-handers. And so when you play a lefty, sometimes you forget that you're forcing him to his strong hand. And that little bit of hesitation, he takes advantage of a big time. Because Jalen Brunson, he's not beating anybody in the deadline sprint. He's not going to beat anybody side to side in the shuffle situation. But he's so cerebral. He's smart. He's very crafty. He's very skilled. So excellent observation on that. Jeff Jarvis says, Vitamin Water, new sponsor for Bardo. I wish, Jeff, I just get them free here in the Yahoo office. So that's what I grab. It'd be nice to have a Vitamin Water sponsor. If you know how to get one, let me know. I'll split it with you. Jill Brown Smith, good to see you on here. Michael Nance, what's good? Yes, Rico says Brunson's post game is all of that. Daryl Lyons, thank you, man. Thank you for those kind comments. It really means a lot when you guys share your feedback. Even if it's bad, I'm okay with that because I'm just trying to get better. So if you got any, kind of feedback that can make these better, you can put it. You can inbox me personally or put them on the comments. I'll go back and check it out. But I really enjoy the feedback because here's what this. Remember this, guys. And a lot of times with our business partners, with my business partners, I often tell them, give me feedback. Because I'm an ex-player. We thrive off feedback. I don't get upset. I just go to work. So I love what you guys are telling me. And so, Daryl Lyons, thank you for the feedback. Much appreciated. Tech keeps selling for jump shots. This game could get out of hand. It could, Kevin. Here's what happens, though, man, when you play teams like Loyola and Villanova. When they're undersized and you're used to being able to drive to the basket, you've got these guys who are up in you defensively. They're under you. They're body bumping you. We call it something else, but I keep this clean. It starts with an F, but your body hitting people. So you throw your hands up, but you throw your chest and your torso out, and the referees are less likely to call a foul because your hands are up where they can see them, but your body is doing all the contact. And when you're smaller, you have a low center of gravity, you can bump guys that are bigger than you, knock them off their original path, and that keeps them from going where they want to go. So Tech is selling for jumpers, but what happens is the first couple times you try to go, Kevin, and you're getting body bumped, and then now you're kind of reluctant unless you've got a coach reminding you, fight through the first level of contact. They're going to hit you, they're going to bump you, and what you notice, Villanova is great at this. What you'll notice with Loyola when they play defense, when there's a dribble penetration and attack on the paint, it's pack line defense. So a lot of times a ball handler will see, they say, look at the headlights. They need to see headlights. So think of it as cars coming at you. There's defenders coming at you. So a lot of times with Loyola's defense, when you're driving, you'll see a guy on this side, you'll see a help defender on this side. What Villanova does well, when you're dribble penetration, the first defender is denying the next pass. What they do is help on the second line of defense. And so when you drive against Villanova, you're going, and it looks like you've got some space because that first guy is defending the first pass away. Whereas Loyola's first pass will come off of that player, and they'll come in and plug the hole. Villanova does it on the second line of defense. That's what makes them unique, and that's what kind of confuses teams if you haven't played them. It's very subtle on the defensive end, but as you can see, very effective. But great point there, Kevin. All ugly squad on the NBA. Who is that, Rico? You talking about Sam Cassell? Kelly Collette. I think this is your first time joining. Thanks for jumping on. Romero Norwood, what's good? Joel Colson Koppel, what's happening? Good to see y'all on here. Villanova and Duke, says Romero Norwood. My analyst hat says yes. My heart says Villanova, Kansas. So I like that. Derek Anderson was good. Lewis Ingram. Let's see. Jim Dykes says, need to put this on Fox Sports. Steven, let's go nationally. Jim, you got any ideas? Let me know. I'm all ears, bruh. Because, again, I could be sitting up here talking to myself, but you guys are drawing the traffic, drawing the comments. You're helping me answer these questions. I might have the knowledge, but I don't know what you guys want to hear. And so this is great for you guys to give me this exchange. This is what makes this medium so powerful, because now you're starting to see conferences. The American Athletic Conference has started calling games on Facebook Live because you guys are making this so unique. See, we can sit up here and talk all day. I can respond to games, but there's questions that you guys have that are excellent because you all watch the game. You know the game. I just get paid to do it. And so I love to hear what you guys have to say. You all make me better. You make me prepare. You correct me when I'm incorrect with my information. So, if you got any ideas, let me know. Kevin Lauder was good. Avery Henry, yes, Villanova plays great team defense, seldom out of position, won't be beat today. It sure doesn't look like it, Avery. I agree with you. Kevin Major, what's good? I haven't seen Kevin. I don't know if you've been on here before, Kevin. If not, first time, thanks for jumping on. Jim Dykes says, first take couldn't hold your jock strap. They do a pretty good job. Stephen A. gets a little annoying, but they do a pretty good job. I used to be on First Take with Skip Bayless, and that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm not going to be the guy that's, and all this semantics and all that. I just try to come with some knowledge. And, I'm not always right. Don't try to be right. Just try to have fun. Vincent Butler, thanks for jumping on. Alex Van Zee was good. Sherman Dillard. Oh, assistant coach from Iowa, Sherman Dillard. George Mason, great. One of the best dressers in all of college basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, when you go to the Iowa game, there's Andrew Francis and there's Sherman Douglas. Those two cats are they're cleaner than the Board of Health. I'm telling you. Coach Dillard, can I bring you on? I think we got enough time still in halftime. I'll try to bring you on if I can. Let's see if it'll work. Would love to get you on. Can't bring Sherman Dillard on camera. You know what? It must be something in this office. It must be something I'm not doing right, because I would love to get his take on what he's seeing right now. Coach Dillard has been in the business for a long time. He was an outstanding player. He's got a great story about getting into coaching. He was going to go overseas, and Lefter Driesell reached out to him, and he was an integral part of those great Maryland teams, getting that talent to College Park, Maryland, to come and have the success that they had. So, Coach, thanks so much for jumping on. Delbert Howell was good. Dave Grimmer, what's happening? Jim Dykes says Sherman Douglas from Syracuse. Ooh, you want me to get chills up in here, don't you? Sherman Douglas ate my lunch in the Elite Eight. I couldn't do nothing with that cat. Boy, he had game. He was BW, built wrong, but boy, he could play. Like, he had an old man's bad body, like big middle section, skinny arms, but ooh, he had game and ate me alive. Erwin Claggett was a baller. Thanks for jumping on, Erwin. You all may remember that name. Erwin Claggett could score in a phone booth. Tough to guard that cat right there. Good to see you on. Thanks for always jumping on. I'm trying to keep an eye on, see when the second half starts. What do you see happening in the second half? Let me get your take on that. What do you see? What's going to be the trend? What's going to be the key matchup? Who is the key player, or what adjustments can Texas Tech make to get back in this ball game? And what do you think Villanova will do moving forward? Let me get your take. I'll give you guys a few seconds before we resume play here. Delbert Howell needs to play Tommy more. You know what, Delbert? That's a good question. Tommy Hamilton, the fourth from Chicago. But notice this. When Tommy gets in, they go at him one-on-one because he's slow. His foot speed is slow. So every time Tommy Hamilton comes in and he's either guarding Pascal or big fella, Spellman. Omari Spellman or Eric Pascal, when Tommy Hamilton IV comes in, they go at him. Watch what I'm talking about. Robert Jimenez, what's good, Robert? Brunson starts scoring, Tech in big trouble. Jim, I agree, and I think you're going to see that. Avery Henry says, Claggett, what's up? So it looks like they're getting ready to start up again. So I'll come back after the game. Give me a little bit of time because I've got to do a video with Yahoo right at the end of the game. I like to give them first dibs since they are paying me. You all are paying me with love. I appreciate it. Craig Bardo says Texas Tech needs to go high-low to get the ball in the paint. Okay, Craig, I like that. I don't know that they do it. Chris Beard has taken a page out of Bobby Knight's book. They do a lot of motion action, read and react. And I think what's happening is they're not patient enough in the half-court set. Also, I think once they get Lenny Wilson was good, once Texas Tech can get some stops, they need to really push the break. Even if they don't have numbers, they need to push to get the tempo up. Because if they can push off of a miss, even if they don't get a fast break, that tempo to get into their passing game will speed them up, give them better tempo, harder cuts, and they may be able to get some open looks. But I like what you're saying, Craig. Romero Norwood says Villanova's too focused, won't be beat today. Mark Levine, thanks for jumping on. Let's see. All right, that looks like that'll do it. What are we riding out with, y'all? Because every time I close, I got to hear some music selections. What do I need to ride out with? Any kind of music genre, as long as it's good music. I told you I'm an old school funk man. I'm a house head. I'm an old school hip hop dude. I like a little bit of country. I like Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like some rock music, some Jimi Hendrix. Y'all let me know what are we riding out to? Let me hear from you before we go off. Okay, y'all got silent on me. I guess y'all going to get the beverages for the second half or something. Nothing? Okay. Oh, yeah. Gordon Wells says Parliament. Yeah, I wrote out to that the other day. Brick House says Jim Dykes. Okay, some Commodores. Sturgill Simpson. Okay, Dave, I gotta get up on Sturgill Simpson. Not up on them. Higher Ground, RHCP. Joel Colson Copple. You mentioned RHCP. Tell me that. Ooh, Avery Henry with a good one. Ohio players. Woo, sweet. Ooh, let me keep it clean. You just said it. I'm a house head. Okay, Romero Norwood. I like that. Joel Colson Copple and Dave Grimmer. Y'all got to hook me up with Sturgill Simpson and RHCP. I got to hear them. And house music all night long. All right, y'all. I'm going to sign off. Red Hot Chili Peppers. There you go. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. I'm already up on them, Joel, so thank you. By Farley. Oh, Farley Jack Master Funk. You know I got them, Romero. Love y'all. I will come back. Sugar Hill Gang. Jeff Jarvis. Never go wrong with Third World. Peace out, y'all. Much love. See you after the game. Peace.